She still can't even stand.
She's so wobbly.
Sean Whaley is furious.
She's upset. But 100%. 100%.
Oh, welcome in, everybody. Happy Friday, and welcome into a brand new edition of XK Picks. Kid, episode 200. I wish there was like confetti going out in the background. Yeah. How the fuck you doing?
Special effect on the screen or something like that, man. Couldn't come at a better time. Our 200th episode, massive pay-per-view, UFC 321, possibly the biggest event of the year. We'll got to see what the fallout is to kind of, debate that. But also lying on my birthday weekend, so it's it's going to be a good one.
Big plans this weekend, huh? What's the number? Are you like those people that are like, I'm afraid to tell my age?
I'm 31 years of age, dog. I'm an unk now, official status.
Hashtag unk.
Hashtag unk. Yeah, but now we're going out to the ATV park, go mudding, bogging,
Is that on UFC 321? Because I know your birthday's on Sunday.
Yeah, we're gonna do it on my birthday.
All right, cool.
I gotta lock into watching.
Yeah. All right, kid. By the way, little birdie told me, is it true? Alma Mater and St. Joe's, are they in Vatican City right now?
Brother, I heard that. I just had to hop on Facebook. I'm never on Facebook. I had to pop in and make a post because, my old high school, they are the only school in America to be selected to send their students, 2 students and a teacher, the Italian teacher, to meet the Pope. So it's for the Jubilee event, and it should be beautiful to see. Congratulations to St. Joseph Regional High School in Montvale, New Jersey.
That's amazing. I saw that. I was like, and then I saw the Italian teacher's name. I said, "Oh yeah, he's a fucking
Italian. How you doing?"
Oh, for the family. Oh, that would have been great. And honestly, R.I.P. But Deacon Joe is up there smiling down.
Go,
absolute legend, Deacon Joe. But yeah, kid, I saw that. I was like, oh, that's really cool. That is really cool.
Thanks for the shout out, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw that. I thought that was really cool. So I would love to fucking meet the Pope, honestly.
Oh, man.
Fucking our guy.
White Sox guy. Southside.
Yeah, right? Southside American. And he's a Villanova guy.
That's right.
That's my guy. But yeah, we got a great episode for you guys. Episode 200. We'll recap UFC Vancouver, UFC 321. 2 titles on the line this weekend. We got some boxing, Joseph Parker versus Fabio Worley. Don't know why my guy Oos is taking the fight, but he loves to fight, and I hope he knocks out Fabio Worley. We'll talk about that in a little. We got some news to talk about as well. Big release in the PFL. We'll talk about that. And then Joey, the reason you see how I'm a mastermind. I'm trying to tie everything together.
Rome, Italy.
Exactly. We're going to end the show in Italy. BKFC 83, Italy. I mean, the press conference was amazing. Connor, devoting his life to God. Love it.
It's time. It's time for all of us to find our faith, and 100%. We'll all become better people from it.
You couldn't have said it better, my friend. But let's go to our friends up north where they tax the shit out of you. Canada. Brandon All-In Allen gets the TKO in round 4. They threw the white towel in.
Not the first time.
Might not be the last. He said he came in. I don't know if this is a fake account, but they said he had norovirus coming into the fight. He said he broke his
cold. Oh, norovirus, not rhinovirus.
Yeah, and he won round 1. He broke his hand in round 2, and then he got dominated for the next 3 rounds. And
gas tank gone.
Yeah, the gas tank was down. And to be honest, I was kind of surprised in a sense because I just saw him go 5 rounds with the Reaper, Robert Whittaker. So I'm sitting there like, damn, I didn't know Brandon Allen could do this to people. But
different exchanges, though, right? Like 5 rounds of Robert Whittaker's game is mainly going to take place on the feet, and maybe there were some clinches and work against the cage. But Brendan Allen's a grinder. He took him down, and he just literally just zapped it, complete energy out of RDR.
So now what do we do here with Allen? Because, he moves up in the ranking into the top 5. We don't want to see him versus Fluffy Hernandez because we saw that already.
Yeah.
I think he fights DDP for a number 1 contender fight.
Yeah, you gotta do that to legitimize the Brendan Allen, title shot. Yeah, you can't just give him one. And I think also like the loser in this too, because I don't think you could just give Fluffy a title shot either.
Nasser Deem is the biggest winner on Saturday because now he's next.
he's going to have to be next. But at the end of the day, I think we went levels as who's the biggest winner. Hamzat Chimaev might be the biggest winner, right?
Everyone tweeted out. They were like, this fight fucking quit. I mean,
the champ is probably going to stay the champ for quite a while. We got to see.
My thing, going back to RDR, you kind of, what are your thoughts on him? I don't want to say quitting, but saving it for his next fight, because the job for the fight for the coach is to save the fighter, because he's always want to, well, maybe not in this case, but go out there on his shield and be like, no, I want to fight. But sometimes you got to save him from himself.
Yeah, but also, the concern is, will we possibly not see him in this situation again after this loss? This might be a devastating loss for him, right?
I agree.
The surge he was on, he was ridiculous, as you said, since coming into the UFC, and the streak was pretty much getting him that title shot. You lose to Brendan Allen. Who knows if his confidence gone? Who knows if that opens up, different game plans for other fighters to kind of know what to maybe go in and do, right?
Yeah.
So who knows if we ever see RDR in the spot again? I think this was a very bad loss for his career. Man,
I think it goes back to training, because if you work hard in training, and I know things come up and you get viruses and you get staph sometimes, but you train hard, like Marab. He trains like a fucking madman because he could go 7-8 fucking rounds in a row.
I was trying. Yeah, it could be that. And that goes to the camp, right? You don't want yes men in your camp. Iron sharpens iron. You want other guys in there that are going to push you to your limits. What I was trying to basically tie in was that when he sat on the stool and won, it wasn't even a stool. I think it was literally Herb Dean telling him to get up. He was on the ground. Anatoly Malek, and I think kind of put a beating on him more. I don't think it was necessarily him just looking the way he did against Brendan Allen. I think this was, it was a little different, but like I mentioned, he had kind of quit. I hate to put that on label fighters that they're doing something that most of us would ever dream of doing and wouldn't be able to even get through a practice, let alone a fight. So yeah, it's just, it's hard for me to say that we may see this again from him, but yeah, it comes down to the training. I think the saying, the cliche saying is, what is it? Hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard.
My question to you is, what do you think the best recipe for RDR moving forward? Do you want to get, because he's going to go back to the gym and watch this and either say, you know what, I just took 4 fights in a year, I need a break.
Look what I did in the first round.
Yes, or come back and say, I need this itch back. I got to get it back. Maybe early first quarter or maybe in December. What do you think is the best line of action moving forward for RDR?
I think he needs to take a step back, actually.
Really?
And I think as much as that, goes into me saying we might not see him in that position, you aren't in the sight of the public, you kind of get forgotten about. So to your point about taking a quick turnaround fight in 2026, he'll be on everyone's mind again, especially if he gets a win. But I just think for, maybe going back to basics, maybe trying to improve some stand-up things, and definitely, like you said, working hard for about 6 months. And I think after recovering for a while, you can come in, say, May, June, right? And come in refreshed.
Oh, so you would take like almost a year off.
Well, I know we're only in 10. You got 2 months. I'm thinking 6 months. I'm thinking like maybe if you want to play it friendly April, if you could that early, but yeah, I think dedicate yourself to S&C, do some strength and conditioning. I think we've seen that with some of the guys, who was it that doesn't spar as much? Max Holloway, right? Like he wasn't sparring. He's just doing strength and conditioning. You know how to fight. I think at this point in RDR's career, if he can get the S&C up, maybe we could see a new level of him, because what else is he going to offer us, right? I think that's the only thing that's posing a question is how is his strength and conditioning going to hold up?
Yeah, no, I think that's a good shout, honestly, just because at the end of the day, you know how to fight. It's the conditioning that has come to bite you in the ass now twice. 1-1 where he didn't even get up on the stool, and now this time where he sat down on the stool. And I thought initially he said to his coach, I'm done. I thought that's what he said. And then 2 minutes later, the ref said, you know what, it's over. So it's a tough pill to swallow if you're RDR, because you have all this momentum, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then for it to kind of
Title
the
shot
snake.
implications, fighter of the year, gone. Like he lost a lot. That's what I mean. Like I think this does a lot for a person's psyche, especially a fighter when they're built a lot of confidence up, and then you get a shock to your system like that. I think he's going to need that reset. So I'm in favor of him taking a step back. Obviously, you may have outside forces like the UFC and maybe some fans clamoring to get him back too soon. So we'll see.
Now for Brandon Allen, do you agree that he still needs one more match? Because I think Nasruddin
This was so
Imavov-
unexpected.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that a case of this being so unexpected that, yeah, RDR was, poised for that title shot. He was supposed to fight, Fluffy.
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting Brendan Allen to fight Fluffy, right? So,
no, because they just fought.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think what is DDP doing? I think you maybe get him matched up with Brendan Allen, right? That would have been a title shot that would have happened if Brendan Allen kept winning when he was on a streak prior and DDP was champ. So it seems like a perfect match.
So interesting this division, this middleweight division, because you got some fucking killers out there. And what do you do with Sean Strickland after his suspension?
I was gonna say, everyone's like Sean Strickland is sparring to get their conditioning up freaking in the day.
He's a madman. So I don't know. It was really interesting. I thought I had a breakdown of like who I wanted next and like the matchups, and I'm trying to find it. It was in my notes, so bear with me. But other than that, in the main event, is anything else that you saw kind of like that surprised you from Brandon Allen? I mean, taking this on a week notice, that's impressive
to get through that first round. Yeah. Because I think you could have got broke, right? You could have just said, "Oh man, this guy's gonna, it's gonna be a long night for me," right?
Yeah.
In that first round, or you could have just gave in. It's like sometimes in wrestling, you've seen it all too well. Some guys, when they get taken down, they just like accept getting their back on the mat, and there you go, it's a pin. So he didn't take it, and we've always known Brendan Allen to be a fighter. Maybe his personality rubs people the wrong way at times, but I think that is somewhat of the confidence factor we spoke of, and you got to be confident in yourself, especially when no one else is going to be. So,
yeah, two things I wanted to say. He was not going to be denied, and how stupid am I to bet on an ex-Duke Rufus fighter? I know he trains in Chicago right now, but it was Rufus's boy.
Sport, bro.
R.I.P. I mean, him dying at the age of 55 is a fucking shame.
Tragedy,
I only came into the sport about 5 years ago, and I'm still learning. And every time I come, obviously he's known with the Pettises, Tyron Woodleys of the world. Every time I learn more about Duke Rufus and his impact on MMA, he had Randy Couture as well. He worked with Misha Tate.
Past mixed martial arts into kickboxing, into boxing, into people's lives and personal lives. What he's done, Duke Rufus.
Paul Felder, the fucking Irish lung. You saw
that tore me up. That broke me. And then they showed the picture. Yeah. I literally shed a tear right with Paul on that. That was hard.
So it would be stupid for me to think Brandon Allen was going there and losing. By the way, I found my list.
What you got?
Chimaev Imavov, obviously. DDP versus Brandon Allen. Sean Strickland versus Anthony fucking Hernandez. Izzy versus Caio Bahayo.
Ooh, okay.
MVP versus Robert Whittaker.
It's funny. The last one out of all of them, I like that matchup the most.
Really, right?
I think it's fun. That's a fun matchup, man.
Yeah.
And that's what Robert Whittaker could do right now in his career. He could just go on and having a lot of fun legacy fights, I think. But knowing him, he's going to try to win them and try to get to the title again.
Of course. But an MVP Robert Whittaker fight, that's sick.
Yeah, they could main event.
Yeah.
Now, do they deserve just a fight night? No, I think you should put them on a pay-per-view. But yeah,
in Auckland.
Yeah, let's do it. Or overseas. You know what I'm saying?
All in Mike Malott. I mean, Jesus.
All in Mike Malott.
Real quick though, before we touch on the fight, referees need to do a better job.
Yeah, dude.
They need to. This should have been a deduction. And I like Mike Malott. I really do. I think he's a cool fighter.
The warning happens in the locker room.
Yes.
It needs to happen in the locker room. And then that occurs, it's a point.
It's a point immediately. That and the fucking grabbing of the fence. He didn't do that, but I'm just saying that irritates the fuck out of me as well. Yeah. And I'm tired of Mike Malott saying, You know what? It's a dream fighting in Canada. He said this every fucking time he fights in Canada. We know it's a privilege to fight in your home.
We know you're here.
The States.
Yeah, he's got to fight outside of the.
Oh my God, it's annoying.
Country.
It's the same old shit. It's like, all right, that's cool the first fucking time, but it's annoying. And I didn't like him coming out afterwards. And he was on Arrow's show, and I think he was on another podcast saying, "Oh, I hit him in the groin." Come on, bro. Like, stand on business. Be like, yeah, I fucked up. I hit him in the balls. Like, it's twice. And I'm not a Kevin Holland defender, but man, twice.
Yeah.
Like, there needs to be some accountability, and the refs, you'll never fucking hear a peep from them.
And they were about to call the fight, and then also the misinterpretation of the rule set when they told Kevin Holland that he was going to
would lose.
That was ridiculous. Like, we need to be on the same page here, judges, referees alike. I love, as they were talking about in pro football, bringing referees, ex-players, because they know the game more than anybody. I think the same thing for the fighters.
That's the
ex-fighters
thing.
who transition into judging and refereeing are going to be the best options for it. We see them in the analyst booth.
I'm
so
glad
if we're going to be talking
that.
about the sport, let's do it where it really matters.
I'm glad you said that. And Dominic Cruz, future Hall of Famer, he came out and said the same thing. These refs are not fighters. You're already a step behind. You don't know what certain strikes are. You don't know
grappling is sometimes foreign to these guys. It's embarrassing.
Stopping it early, not deducting points. I'm getting irritated watching it, if I'm being honest. I think the best thing for this fight, because it really didn't mean much to me. You got a split decision, which you might have lost if a point was deducted. Run it back in the States.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't get no favors from that.
No, and you get no grace from me either. Like, I don't know. It was definitely a groin shot, and like
should have counted. It should have been.
It should have, and I don't know. What do you think we do moving forward? Because you've watched the sport your whole life.
It's the same thing with the weight cutting we talked about. I feel like you missed a weight cut. Now, I guess it muddies the waters a little bit because as you may talk about it when we jump into 321, but two fighters on the same fight miss weight against one another. So it's like in a situation like that, can you deduct a point? It's going to be like a hand washed situation. So yeah, I just think that it'd be taken more seriously. Maybe not so much of the financial. I know people were saying, Izzy maybe back in the day brought that up. It was like, hit them financially where it hurts. But I mean, you got guys scrounging together scraps to make a living for themselves. I don't think that's necessarily the right thing. But in terms of the competition aspect, I don't think your career should, be catapulted off you committing illegal moves. That should be absolutely penalized, and it should be nipped in the bud immediately. Like you said, the warnings happen in the locker room.
100%. And it's just unfortunate, if I'm being honest. But hopefully things get done. I feel like we're always coming on here and saying it's the judges. It's always something. Is something actually going to happen? I don't know. There's you know what I also think? There's a tremendous amount of misinformation about what things are actually at fault as well. And that could be straying the lines as well. So I don't know. Hopefully something is done. And I just don't like Mike Malott coming out and saying, he wanted a point deducted. Yeah, no shit.
I needed a little more. I don't know. He went too much into the self-degradation. You know what I mean? Into the pity me type. I don't know. It just like you said, it rubbed us the wrong way.
It rubbed us the wrong way. And I know this one rubbed Cheeto the wrong way. Split decision goes to Amen Zahabi. He gets the split decision win over
title shot. Cheeto. No,
honestly, I thought it was a very close fight, and it was mine and Sophia's 1 year anniversary. So I was watching the fight like on my phone, like on my lap, like low key trying to sneak it, right? And
just to be fresh, I get you.
Yeah, just to be fresh. She was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta freshen up. Like, yeah. Take your time. Take your time. I'm fucking watching this fight, right? And I thought it was very close, right? So we go back. I watched the finish, and I was like, it was a very close. I thought it could have went either way in real time. The next morning, I watch it over again. I thought they got it right. I gave rounds 1 and 3 to Zahabi. Cheeto won round 2. I thought it was very close, and
it's just Marlon falling asleep, man. Like it's just starting to slow start. Yes, they don't help him, especially in a 3-round fight. It's like instantaneously. I would take the plus points anytime you get him on an opposite fighter of Cheeto now, because it's like that. He's going to start off slow, and with a 3-round fight, he's already putting himself at a disadvantage. So it just doesn't bode well for him and what he needs to do in his career. I was hoping that he would go in for the knockout. I think the way Zahabi fights, he can leave himself susceptible to that a little bit. But another guy who broke his hand immediately and have found a way to win. You know, you can't deny him the streak that he's on. His fight IQ has got to be next level. You know, we talked about Faraz, his brother. I told you, be ready for the crash. I got something falling back here. But Faraz Zahabi is just an absolute genius for all the teachings that he's done for all his athletes in TriStar. What do you think he's going to do for his brother? Ayman Zahabi is probably one of the most intelligent fighters in the UFC.
That's 7 in a row now for Zahabi. Now, I don't think he's right there for a title shot. I think he needs 1 or 2 left. But are you surprised what Sean said? And he was kind of trolling him.
Wait, Sean
Strickland. Sean O'Malley.
What did he say? Wait, what did he say? That he wants to fight him?
No, he was just, well, he would love to fight him, but I don't think he's going to get that fight. Sean goes, it was kind of like the crickets when he won. He was just like, he was kind of essentially saying he was a boring fighter, that you didn't really do anything that to win, and you're calling me out and stuff like that. Like, you don't deserve to fight me. But you know what? I like Sean O'Malley. I think he's a really dope guy, but you have lost 2 in a row now. Like, you really don't call the shots.
What he's like a Montana dude, right? Sean O'Malley. But where is he based out of? He's like Arizona, right?
Arizona, yeah.
Right?
Scarsdale.
They haven't had a fight down there in a while, haven't they?
I don't know.
Honestly, I think that's a fight that could happen. I know you said you might not get it. And like you said, Sean, I agree. Sean Strickland's not in a position to be calling shots. If you think Ayman Zahabi is 1 fight away, I think win over Sean O'Malley gets you a title shot.
You don't think they're going to give it to Corey? That's a fight that's been brewing for years now.
Oh, Sean O'Malley and Corey. That should happen. But
I think you give him Davis and Figueiredo. I think you give him some Davis and Figueiredo, both off of a win. Then the winner gets either Corey or Sean, because Piotr Jan's getting the title shot.
Yes,
you got Umar fighting in 2 days or a day.
So that's the thing, like Batista and Umar, I think whoever wins out of that's
a number 1 contender fight, yes.
But you really think
Sean
Umar
O'Malley
and
Corey are both coming off of a loss?
Yeah, but you think Umar with the win over Batista gets it? It's kind of like
you heard what Dana White said. Dana White said, you go out there and impress me. He doesn't want a decision, because if Umar goes out there,
that's what I think. I'm giving a little foreshadowing, but I think that's the issue here. I think, like I said, whatever happens after is going to dedicate, prededicate what's going to happen. And yeah, if you get a decision out of either Mario Batista, I think Mario Batista's decision, it's a little much to say he doesn't get a title, especially if he beats Umar. But yeah, Umar gets a decision. I think you can move some pieces around. That's kind of the point.
It's unfortunate with my girl Jazz Divisius. I mean, what a fucking
right though. You did pick
under 1.5 takedowns. I saw that, but I mean, Mana feel. I mean, she came out like a bat out of hell.
Where was this when she fought Valentina?
Right? And she fucking pieced up Jazz Divisius. And unfortunate, she's old. She's older in the sport. She has a couple fights, and now she went down 2 rankings. She was in the top 5. She moves to 7th, and Manel Fiore is 1 fight away from the belt.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna have a championship fight, Weili Zhang versus Valentina. We'll see who the winner is, but who fights Manel Fiore now? Natalia Silva.
This is going to be at 125. Damn. I just think that with a win like that.
Well, we don't even know, because hypothetically, and I'm just talking now, say Weili Zhang wins, right? Valentina's going to get that rematch immediately.
Wow.
She's one of the GOATs.
Wow. Yeah.
so Manel Fiore, she's going to have to fight cold-blooded Blanchfield, the Macy Barber, Natalia Silva.
They're gonna have to mix some stuff up. I think if you're looking at Natalia Silva as a title contender, you're gonna have to get Manel Fiore. They
are. She, especially if she fights the way she did. Holy shit! I did not expect that. I saw her live in Atlantic City against Aaron Blanchfield.
She didn't look like that there either.
People were leaving. No disrespect. I
dominant.
didn't leave. She dominated, but people were leaving in the 3rd round, bro. And I was like, I don't blame you. Like, it was a boring main event.
It's getting late.
It's getting late on the board.
It's getting late early out here.
Oh my god! But yeah, no, shout out Manufio. I mean, it was an amazing knockout.
That's what I'm saying. A knockout finish like that in the women's division or whatever weight class it may be, it does a lot for you.
You know what we were wrong about? Davey Grant. We thought he was live. Charles Jourdain gets the submission in the first round.
As opposed to you saying Mike Malott not fighting, he don't get nothing. You're not fighting in Canada again. You got to go to Abu Dhabi next time you're out, Mike Malott. Charles Jourdain, let him fight in Canada every single time.
Every time.
Every time.
Every fucking time. Hey, shout out him. He did get the performance of the night as well. So did Cody Gibson is trashed.
I was gonna say though, but what in the fuck? You talked about the refs, the Kyle Nelson match from.
Oh my god, I skipped it. He lost twice,
bro. We're talking about the chop in the co-main event. Dude, that was a finish. Bro got finished.
And then stopped it a few seconds early. And then said, no, we're ready for round two.
Round's over. You were talking about all the gambling situations that are going on. Big Dan, you might be investigated.
FBI.
Knock, Cash Patel.
Yo, Cash ain't playing. I'm telling you, my boy ain't playing. But we do get there with Kyle Nelson, the plus 106. So feel bad for Matty. I do like Matty as a guy. He's a really good guy. He's a good family man as well. And I thought he fought okay. First round, he did not look good. I thought he did lose. I thought it was a good stoppage. If it was actually stopped. But that would have been the worst. That would have been like if Matty came back and wound up knocking out Kyle Nelson, I would have felt so bad. Just kind of like what we saw with Drew Dober.
Yeah.
In the main event of the prelims.
Yeah.
You know, they stopped that fight and then Drew Dober winds up and knocking Kyle out. And
so it happened there too, right? That's right.
Yeah.
Bro, what
it's
were they
insane.
on, bro? I hope this is a learning experience that maybe we never have to go this again. But hey, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Cody Gibson is Dookie getting knocked out in the first round in 21 seconds. I mean,
Danny Barlow gets cut for losing to Jordan Santos. I mean, there's a lot of
good,
funny things that came out of this.
All right, we get there with our girl Melissa Croden. It was a scrappy first two rounds, though.
I love it. Though. Yeah, she's a good fighter, though. I don't think that was an easy debut fight for you.
No.
Tana Lisboa is a Muay Thai. I think her nickname is Thai Panther or something like that. But you did what you had to do, and you win a fight in your debut. So who knows? I mean, she might be somebody.
Who's the guy, the Dutch guy in the second fight? How do you pronounce his name?
The Dutch guy.
From Netherlands.
Yazri Boulegri?
Yeah.
Oh, I think he's French, isn't he? He beat Alex Pereira in Glory.
His flag is Netherlands. Kind of like how
maybe
Brandon
he's
Allen is Canadian.
Maybe he is, he got nationality in
maybe dual citizenship.
Maybe, I thought I didn't maybe that, because Glory has a lot of events in Rotterdam and stuff. So I mean, I'm not sure, but that was a good performance. You know, I think he outsized Bekaev by a lot, and a lot of people are on Bekaev, but that's just not someone you.
And Bekaev was talking a lot of shit.
Yeah,
prior to it,
and
so gets knocked out.
Get hit,
and we get there with our girl Stephanie Luciano -3.5. She gets the submission in round 3. She's a beast.
Yep, I hit the under there.
So overall, 4-1 night on all of them. The only one we don't get there with is, can you guess?
You didn't hit on Davey Grant.
Davey Grant did not hit. Everything else, fucking cash. So.
Yeah. That's the thing. I missed on Davey and I missed on those props, which was the parlay. So, though we went good everywhere else, 3 and 4 for Vancouver.
Nice.
I hit 10 seconds left, brother. That dude's unstoppable. Phil the Fry.
Oh, Phil the Fry.
And still Phil.
And still Phil. I mean, people talk about GOATs. We need to start talking about his legendary career.
Put some respect on that man's name.
What was that, 13 title defenses?
Bro, yeah, he might have had 14. I think that was the 15th, or it might be 13. But still, I mean, just unprecedented numbers.
Fucking A. He's a beast.
Love it.
I love Phil. All right, kid. Before we get to UFC 321, a quick word from our sponsor. We are brought to you each and every episode by Viva Tequila Seltzer, the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market, hands down. It is no wonder why Viva was voted #1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World Spirit Competition. With only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and a light 4.5 ABV. Viva is the perfect drink for our post-game celebration as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We flavor tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life, and we like our drinks with just a kick, just like how we like our lives, whether it's Huckleberry playing around a golf with the boys or an elderberry with Joe on his 31st birthday. It doesn't matter. Our favorites pair perfectly with that Artisanal Blanco tequila for that subtle and refreshing drink, I believe, here at Axe Kick Picks and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. Hey, kid, you see the new flavors they sent? I got to send you some. I got the coconut.
Jalapeno too?
I got coconut. I got the jalapeno one right there. And I
bet they're both slapping, bro.
I also got the
limoncello?
The limoncello.
Oh my God.
So I'll be sure to send you some for your birthday.
Thank
but
you.
yeah, they gave
for everyone out there, I really suggest trying those new flavors, bro. Viva's killing it.
And you get them at Total Wine. If are Total Wines down by you?
They are. I've actually asked them, and they're trying to procure them. But also, our guy said that they're taking effort to get them in other states, trying to get it out of the Northeast.
I know it's a Northeast brand right now, but they are trying to get out of the Northeast and come down.
They're growing.
South.
Hey, they made it all the way down to Florida. They're out in Tampa, the Tropicana Stadium.
Yeah, Tropicana Stadium. Absolutely. Or that, what is it? They play at that fucking AAA stadium. It's not even the Tropicana Dome anymore. That's
St. Petersburg?
Yeah.
All
right, kid. Let's go to it. UFC 321 in Abu Dhabi. 24 of 26 athletes successfully have made weight. Aztat Mazak, whatever, 3 pounds over. Yeah. So
wait, the guys weight? I thought it was the two guys that missed weight was Jose Delgado and Nathaniel Wood.
No, Nathaniel Wood. Jose Delgado missed 1 pound. He's going to be fine, but the fight will continue. But yeah, Azmat, he missed weight by 3 pounds. But the fight is on, and he's forfeiting 30% of his purse.
And there should be a point deduction.
Immediately.
But here's the thing, because they're biased. Like the percentage-wise, we talked about the win rate of these guys who commit fouls and miss weight. And we've talked about this plenty of numerous occasions. I'm going to be probably backing the guys that miss weight. I hate to say it. And
he's a huge favorite in the second fight, but we will start in the women's strawweight bout.
Yeah, which I think is going to actually start off with a banger. We haven't seen Mizuki Inoue in quite a while. They're discrediting her. Jacqueline Almiron is a real fighter, man. She's really good. But I see a finish in this one. I think you don't get it too often with the women's. I think a lot of people are all in on Almiron getting inside the distance, possibly even via submission with a specific prop. But Inoue can surprise us. Being away for so long, you refine some tools. Who knows how her camp's wet, what kind of, condition she's going to come in here. She's either going to fold or she's going to shock a lot of us. So I'll play it straight down the middle. Under 2.5 rounds to total. Has been hitting for me all year. We're going to minus 120 on that. Now, I don't have any official plays in the next two fights. You have a more serious matchup, I believe, in the flyweights here with Azmat Maxim, heavy favorite, minus 430, taking on heavy hitter Mitch Raposo, plus 410, completely discredited here. I think it's kind of boom or bust for him, knockout or he's going to lose, don't you think? For Mitch Raposo.
Yeah, he's a huge underdog, and now his opponent has no respect and just coming in overweight. It doesn't look good.
Wait, Azmat Maxim missed weight too?
That's the guy who missed weight.
Oh, I thought it was Azamat Mirzakhanov taking on Alexander Rakic. Oh, okay. So Azat missed weight.
Yeah, by 3 pounds. No respect.
So yeah, I'll stay away from it. Too heavy of a favorite, too chalky. Even though, like I said, I'd probably favor guys who miss those weights.
Are you taking Chris Barnett, baby?
No, I told you I don't have an official play. It's a less serious matchup here. We all love Huggy Bear, Beast Boy, Chris Barnett, but he's being completely discredited here as well. Plus 425, taking on Hamdi Abdel Wahab, minus 445. Hamdi is also considered an unserious fighter. He comes from fighting with Game Bread a couple times, bare knuckle MMA, and he looked good there. But then all of a sudden, after being popped for steroids, he just looked like a shell of himself. So Chris Barnett did not look good his last time out. As much as I want to back that heavy value and a fan favorite, we all love Chris Barnett. I just can't go to the window with it, so I'm staying away. You got something?
Oh, I do not. I haven't. I just thought you were going to. It's plus 330. I don't think he's going to win. And like you said, I didn't like the way he looked in his last fight.
Bro, I mean, at the end of the day, carrying that amount of weight at his size, brother should be a welterweight at most, lightweight, right?
Yeah.
Carrying all that weight and the acrobatic that he's done his entire career and has been exciting and has worked for him, it pays a toll. It certainly does.
Yes, it does.
So let's go into the featherweight matchup that I see here next. Jose Delgado is making waves for himself. Minus 145, you have a favorite on the book. And against the prospect, who's not a prospect anymore, Nathaniel Wood has been here, done that. He's plus 130. I think he's got great intelligence. He's got a great jab, throws those teeps well. You know, the Englishman could definitely win this fight. But he's been a prospect for far too long. And I think Jose Delgado is a guy that's going to come in and make a name for himself. He did so in his debut against your boy Hyder Emil, and he knocked him out very quickly. I think Jose Delgado can spark Nathaniel Wood, which is crazy to say because Nathaniel Wood has found a way to avoid all that danger throughout his career. So, like I said, maybe Jose Delgado inside the distance, but maybe double chance it. But I'll take it straight up. I do see that there's a chance for him to, like I said, finish inside or maybe just go to the judges with how good Nathaniel Wood can be. So straight up on the money line, I'll take Jose Delgado.
Yeah, as good. This is my first official play, and as good as Nathaniel Wood has been to get, he's 9-3 in the UFC. It's hard to ignore how impressive Jose Delgado has been since he earned a UFC contract, coming off that Dana White Contender Series back in 2024 in August. Delgado needed just under 3 minutes to knock out his opponent Connor Matthews in February, followed up with that knee to Hyder Emil, like you mentioned, and 26 seconds. So both Nathaniel Wood and Jose Delgado, extremely durable. But I just think Jose Delgado's speed, his unpredictable striking combinations, I just think they might be a little too much for Nathaniel Wood. So I think he's going to push forward, get off to a quick start. I just don't think he's going to allow Nathaniel Wood to dictate the pace. And Nathaniel Wood is extremely tough, and I think he's a tough out for anyone in the division. But I just think Jose Delgado is the favorite. I'm going to listen to the market. Minus 148. I'm going to take Jose Delgado.
Brother, we're on the same side of there. What's the worst that can happen? All right, let's talk about this next one here. Very fun matchup, in my opinion, man. This heavyweight matchup consists of Walter Walker. Minus 375. Will he continue the streak of heel hooks against Louis Sutherland? You were on him last night out before the fight got canceled. Will you be backing the plus 335 underdog?
Give me the dog plus 336, Louis Sutherland, baby. Scottish newcomer from Great Britain, my boy Louis Sutherland. I was on him last time the fight before he got canceled. He's facing the submission expert, obviously Volkan Walker, but I think my boy Louis Sutherland is strong enough in grappling to avoid getting heel hooked here by Walker, which obviously he's won the last 3 fights like that. And I just think he could really crack on the feet. So knockout is in play. If you want an even bigger play out, I would take Louis Sutherland and win by knockout, but plus 336, I think the dog is live.
Wow. I love it. The ballsy pick on that one. I got to go for history, and I'm going to be taking Walter Walker to get his 4th consecutive heel hook via submission at plus 130 is my play. But I do like your pick. Louis Sutherland, if he could, hold up as he did in LFL, mind you, Lucas Brzeski, when Walter made his debut, he did not look good in that fight in the stand-up department. So, yeah, Walter Walker could be susceptible on the feet. So we got to see if he can, get this fight to the mat. But I'll go on the opposite side, and I'll take Walker via submission at plus 130. I think this is going to be an exciting fight, this next one here. Absolute banger here, and it's going to be a treat for the fans. This lightweight matchup consists of Mateusz from Becky. He's plus 115, I'm seeing, against Ludovic Klein. Mr. Highlight is the favorite at minus 125. And isn't he coming off a loss, too? And he's the favorite here? I just think 2 skillful guys here. It's surprising, I think, you see Ludovic Klein as the favorite. Maybe a little more of the finishing capability. I think Rebecca has it as well, but maybe you haven't seen it and it's not showcased. So what's fresh in the casual's mind is, more of him getting beat up and looking the way he did in the hospital bed. So, I think it should be a little bit closer, maybe, even as it is pretty close. I think, like I said, this is going to be exciting clash of styles, a stand-up treat. Both guys are going to be brutal to one another. I'm expecting over 2.5 rounds here. I don't think there's going to be a finish here. If you do see it, maybe see it more from the Klein side. But I'm seeing that you get an all-out war for 3 rounds here. An absolute treat in the prelims for the fans. Over 2.5 rounds, minus 125.
Yeah, this is a very fun fight. And I'm going to take Ludovic Klein here, minus 131. I think it's a very fair price. And I just think on the feet, Ludovic Klein is better. And I think he's just a more precise striker. And he pumps out a ton of content and volume and he tends to keep himself out of trouble, which I think is going to come in handy when you verse a guy like Matus Rembeki. So, he only throws single strikes. He has tremendous power. And even though I do think Rebecki is the better wrestler, I think Ludovic Klein has tremendous takedown defense, and I think he should be able to keep the fight standing. So I think he has the advantage on his feet. I think he nudges out a close win. So I'll take him on the money line minus 131.
Nice pick, man. Yeah, you see how I favor Klein a little bit. I've always liked him ever since The Ultimate Fighter. I think that bro has been a really good fighter. We got to see him break through, though. This is a big fight for his career. If he beats Matus Rebecki, maybe he, starts to soar. Let's see. You're going to hate me in this next one, brother. I know you are. Middleweight matchup is between two guys, complete opposite fandom. Not a lot of people really like Ikram Aliskerov, I feel like. Even people who may be backing him aren't the biggest fans of him. So that's why I hate the pick I made, because against the Iron Turtle, Jung Park, plus 200, I think everyone with a heart is going to be betting him. But this fight does take place in Abu Dhabi, and I feel like Ikram Aliskerov is going to get a win. So I'm laying the chalk with him, taking him straight up. I think anything's possible, even though I hate to fade the Iron Turtle.
Death, taxes, and the Iron fucking Turtle. Jung Park, man, he's gonna get this job. Plus 220, plus 230 I'm seeing right now. Wait, because money's gonna come in, and he's gonna be even bigger of a dog, and he's just a beast. He's gonna get a split decision win, and we're gonna come back here next week and be like, I should have went with your boy.
He's been tested more than Aliskerov. Look what, he gets starched by Whitaker. When he fought in the regional, he gets Hamzat, he gets starched, right? So the higher levels, Ikram Aliskerov hasn't really been all that.
Nope. And my boy's coming off a 2-fight win streak. I mean, he beats Brad Tavares, split decision. He winds up beating I forgot the other guy. I think Islam Nurmagomedov guy. He wind up beating as well, unanimous decision.
Yeah, last fight Islam Nurmagomedov.
Yeah, it's going all 3 rounds. And when it goes all 3 rounds, you don't want to be on the other side of the Iron fucking Turtle, kid. And that's all I have to say. I'm going with my boy. I also like the over 2.5 rounds. You get that at plus 111. I think he's extremely durable, and I just don't think Ikram Aliskerov has the power to take out a vet
or the gas tank.
Exactly. Maybe even fight to go the distance, you get that at plus 130. I like that as well.
You could SGP it. You said money line Iron Turtle and over. You were saying that's a possibility.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Sweet, man. I would just hate, like, if I did take Aliskerov straight up, that it gets to the judges and it's just a complete robbery. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I'd be throwing my controller at the screen for you. So.
Wow.
Another treat we're getting here, and surprisingly putting these guys as the main event of the prelims, but Nasrat Haqparast has been legit, right? Let's be real about it. I think we're very high on Quillen Salkeld here. Stepping up on short notice, I think it might be a lot for him. So I think at a pick'em, I actually feel like you're getting value out of Haqparast here, because I do feel like what he's proven and who he's fought, he maybe should get more of the odds. But I'm playing it down the middle yet again. My totals have been killing it. As closely contested as this may be, and you've seen Haqparast go to the judges a lot, I feel like Salkeld's going to bring the most out of him. He's going to have to dictate the pace as much as possible, because if not, Salkeld could get this fight to the mat and kind of take over. So I'm going with a finish. I think Haqparast has great combos on the feet, and maybe we haven't seen Salkeld tested on the feet as much, so there could be a knockout from that department. And then Salkeld, like I said, loving getting the fight to the mat. He could maybe find a way to a submission. So I'll take the plus 200 odds on the under 2.5 rounds, something you don't see too much. You have a side on that? Any pick?
Sir. No, sir.
So we've made it to the main event now. I mean, the main card of UFC 321. Now, they're kicking it off with the guy who I thought was missing weight. But how can you miss weight when you're that much shorter than your opponent? You know what I'm saying? Asmat Mirzakhanov has been exactly that. He has been the professional, just getting people out of there without even any sweat, it feels like. And who knows how old this guy is, Asmat Mirzakhanov. Bro could be 100 for all we know, how he looks. And yet he's a big question mark, an undefeated guy, right? Fight out of K Dojo out there in Fairlawn, right? In your neck of the woods. So
Fairfield.
Fairfield. Oh, snap. So a little bit further away, but still close by. I do like Alexander Rakic, but, he did have a tough fight at BJP, right? He fought Yuri Prohaska, and he kind of looked good in that first round, but then it was just gone, right? It wasn't his fight anymore. So, I mean, the way he's been tested throughout his career, I feel like, there is some value in Rakic, but I just, it's proved me wrong in this type of situation. I have seen Rakic lose. I have not seen Mirzakhanov even come close to even getting punched in the face, it feels like. So, bro is so defensively sound, and he can crack combinations out the wazoo. The only thing that could be a disadvantage is the height, but maybe he catches an inside and he catches Rakic on the chin. I'll take Azamat Mirzakhanov on the money line. It's at even money I'm seeing on some books, and I think that's tremendous value for a guy, like I said, you haven't seen lose.
Nothing for me, kid.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I don't like either fighter.
I was expecting you to maybe have something on that, but let's see if you have something on the next fight. I'll let you take it first. The heavyweight matchup is consisted of Alexander Volkov. We're going to make this right. Dana White, we're going to make this right. You should have won that fight. No, you got to fight Jailton Almeida. Cyril Gane gets the title shot. All right. So plus 175 for Alexander Volkov. Drago. Jailton Almeida, minus 175. What do you got on this?
Give me Draco, baby. He should be fighting for the belt tomorrow night.
Right?
Honestly. He should be.
They didn't want to do that to Tom. Bad matchup.
Of course. So 6'7", the tallest motherfucker in the UFC. And I know people might say, jail time strong, bad matchup for him. Minus 225. Do not want to be laying that. You will lose long term laying that type of price. So gonna take the dog here. I think he has the experience. I think he has good takedown defense, and I think he'll keep the fight standing, and he's going to edge out a victory here against Jailton Almeida. And what happened when we saw Jailton Almeida not be able to get a takedown? Very one-dimensional.
Yep, very one-dimensional.
I think Volkov could do that to him. So plus 185, give me Volkov.
I feel like Volkov's also competent enough on the ground, right, to not just completely get, just taken advantage of, right? You know what I mean? Like Jailton Almeida done that to some fighters. He takes them down and he just has his way with them. I don't think that to be said with Volkov. And as you said, he's very one-dimensional. I feel like Almeida, and as much as we have been, talking about what DC said to Tom, he pulled him aside and was like, you might go on a generational run, like all these guys suck and type shit.
I agree. Doesn't want him to go.
Yeah, you're right. Like, wants to go boxing, but I agree with DC though. Like Jailton Almeida, I really feel like he really can't throw a punch all too much, right? Like Broke is not well versed in the stand up, and I think he's going to get a taken advantage here on the feet. So give me Alexander Volkov. I think he might even win in the first round. If you're giving me plus 175 here for Alexander Volkov, look what he's done historically. Look at the resume he has. Look at the amount of fights he's done and what he's done in them. Bro doesn't move all too much unless the highest level of competition. I just don't think Jail Time's that. Jail Time needs to have his way to win, and I just don't think he gets it here. So Volkov plus 175, big dog, big value.
Love it.
Bantamweight matchup next, 135 pounds. These guys may be in for title implications between Umar Nurmagomedov, minus 555, soaring up against Mario Batista at plus 550. As much as I love the value out of Mario Batista, as he's proven us time and time again, he is not a guy to fade, and he's winning these fights that he should lose, right? We all say, oh, no way Mario Batista's going to beat this guy. No way he's going to come in and beat Patchy Mix. And he's going to come in and he's going to beat Umar Nurmagomedov in Abu Dhabi. If he absolutely does that, brother, you get a title shot, like, immediately. Like, there's no questions about it. But like I said, as I was torn in my heart to go and take Ikram Aliskerov because it's in Abu Dhabi, we've seen how these fighters get that advantage here. If this fight goes to the judges' scorecards, Umar Nurmagomedov is not losing. So I'm going Umar via decision at minus 150. I'll lay the chalk on a prop like that just because of how corrupt things have looked. So as much as I want to take the value in Batista, I'm going with the hard conscience on this one.
As much as I want to take Mario Batista, I just think Umar, he's so good.
He is really good.
He's really good. And I think he's going to bounce back. This is a good bounce back spot for him. First career loss, losing against Merab. Now he's going to take on a grappler in Mario Batista. But Batista's been on a hot run. You mentioned he's won 8 straight, 10 of his last 11 fights. But I just think this is a bad matchup. He needs to grapple to win. And I just don't think he's going to be able to out-grapple Umar Nurmagomedov. So, and I agree. If it goes to decision, Nurmagomedov is not going to lose in Abu Dhabi. It's just what it is. So, yeah, I agree. I took Umar via decision as well.
As it pained me to do so. So here we are to the co-main event, which is for the vacated UFC Women's Strawweight Championship. I mean, very interesting, right? Very interesting to see. Verna Jandiroba has previously fought Mackenzie Dern. She came out victorious last time, but the odds makers on this one have her as an underdog. Our favorite Verna Jandiroba is plus 135. Mackenzie Dern minus 145. Now, I'll give you my opinion on this. I think Mackenzie Dern has evolved a lot, and I think you see the differences in the stand-up. I think Dern may have the edge there. I think it may wash on the ground a little bit, though. Jandiroba may be the best back taker in the women's division. I feel like Mackenzie Dern is very slick. With her jiu-jitsu, it's really good, man. And I think, like I said, with the edge on the feet, maybe Mackenzie Dern, the UFC wants to make her champ. You know, I think the people, we want Verna Jandiroba. I think it's great that have Verna Jandiroba as champion. But yeah, you look at the looks of it all, you can see how they're marketing this. Obviously, the company wants Mackenzie Dern. And though I want to back Jandiroba, and I even showed my manager, and I was like, look, this is my favorite manager. She was good game about it. She was like, I just got to curl my hair. We're twins. Because they look alike. But I'm going to go with Mackenzie Dern in here for the company, for backing her in the past, saying that she was going to be champion. Do we have a future for her to be champ right now, actually, as well? So I think as well as that, I think we're going to hit our future if Mackenzie Dern does win this belt. It's going to be a tough matchup before. And Jandiroba, as we said, one of the hardest things to do is beat that same opponent twice. And granted, in two different parts of their career, Mackenzie Dern may be an evolved fighter. So Mackenzie Dern, face of the company, champion 2020.
Verna Kakara Jandiroba. I mean, what a fucking name. I mean, it's
the plaque, her photo, her mugshot in Ariel Hawani studio.
It's amazing. I think. Well, we're guaranteed a new champion, obviously, and it's a rematch of UFC 256 back in 2020. Dern actually won by unanimous decision.
I thought Jandiroba won.
No. Mackenzie Dern won that.
Am I tripping?
Yeah, I think you might be. I agree, though. While I think it could be argued that Jandiroba has improved, so has Mackenzie Dern since that fight as well. I just think, how I saw this fight going, truthfully, kid, I just think Dern is going to get out wrestled in the first 2 rounds. And then Jandiroba is going to tire herself out in the process. And I just think Mackenzie Dern's pressure, determination, she's competitive as hell. I just don't think she's going to be denied. And I think she wins the last 3 rounds. And I think she outworks her. And, Jandiroba is a great grappler. I just think Mackenzie Dern's a better one. She's better at the main way you wrestle and win fights. And I just don't, it's not that Jandiroba can't strike, but that's not how she typically gets her wins. And Dern can handle anything that I feel like Jandiroba does on the ground, and she's far more powerful on the feet as well. So, yeah, I got Mackenzie Dern a little early. I got her at minus 145. Still like her at minus 150, what I'm seeing right now. Money's coming in on her. I think she is the sharp play. Yeah, I'll take Mackenzie Dern.
As good as Verna Jandiroba has been in her career and being an Invicta champion and all that, Mackenzie Dern holds numerous world titles in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, IBJJF world champion, both gi and no gi. She's won Abu Dhabi, ADCC. She won World Pro. I mean, like, Mackenzie Dern is an absolute accolade of Jiu-Jitsu world. And yeah, she's just going to add to her mantle, I think. We do like Jandiroba here, but I think just everything backing her whole story, everything, and then the company also backing her, I think it makes for a new champion in Mackenzie Dern.
Yep.
So here we are for the UFC Heavyweight Championship of the World. Tom Aspinall is going for his first defense, man. He's minus 320 here, taking on Cyril Gane, who is plus 310. And we argued, should it have been him? Should it have been Volkov? We get Cyril Gane here. Comes in tremendous shape. I know we saw him on the scale, though. Controversial, some dots showing up on his skin. Staph infection? Question mark.
For who?
For Cyril Gane. Yeah, you haven't seen that. Yeah. So I mean, both made weight. Both come in tremendous shape. I know people argue about how Tom looks, but bro was made in the Industrial Revolution. That's that body type right there compared to Cyril Gane. You know what I mean? So I have yet to see Tom Aspinall get out of the first round. I know he lost with that Curtis Blades leg kick check and stuff like that, but nothing's really popping out to me other than taking Tommy Boy round 1 win here, right? He's either going to knock him out or he's going to submit him. He's going to need to do that to match John Jones. Otherwise, John's going to have the last laugh here. So people who see value in Gane in this, I think Tom Aspinall has more ways to win. And though we haven't seen him get out of the first round, I do think that he could have more ways to win and wind up edging out in the judges' scorecards. If it gets that, I've seen a lot of tickets for overs, but I haven't seen it. And I have to see it to believe it. Right now, nobody's able to get out of the first round against Tom Aspinall. So I'm taking Tommy Boy. Round 1 victory. Never seen a line for a round 1 win this low. Plus 165. It's insane.
Wow. Yeah, for him to even win by knockout is that even money, and we're getting plus money. I see plus 103s out there. I have the under 1.5 rounds. You could get that at minus 110.
I like
that as well.
Yep.
Just don't see it, man. I just think Tom is the best fighter in the UFC right now, not named Islam. And I just think he's finally going to become champ. We already knew he was the champ. As much as I like John Jones, he was really the champ. And, you know, he takes on a kickboxer, multi-time contender in Gane, who, you know, probably is the more technical striker, but Aspinall can end the fight with a single punch at any fucking moment. And I think the biggest discrepancy between the two is the ground game. Aspinall, the wrestler, is going to be light years ahead of Gane in every aspect of the fight on the ground. And, you know, I wouldn't even be surprised if he gets a submission win or inside the distance somehow. So I just think he's the real deal right now. And I just don't see it. I got a thing for you as well. Cyril Gane is 0-2 in UFC heavyweight championship bouts. He will now be 0-3 come tomorrow night.
Yeah, there's a list of those guys. Dustin Poirier, right? Couple guys.
But those are Hall of Famers.
Okay, I apologize. But there are a list of those guys that have lots of title shots and not gotten them. Yeah. Uriah Faber, I get it, Hall of Fame, but I digress.
But yeah, kid. Let's have a fucking week.
Let's have a day. No other way out. You know, Tom Aspinall, like, this wasn't a backup plan for him. Cyril Gane was trying to pursue life as a basketball player, and then he turned to kickboxing, Muay Thai, and fighting. Tom Aspinall wrestling jiu-jitsu with his father, Andy, since he was a kid, since he was a young boy. This was Tom Aspinall's life. And, you know, he had the twins, he had his third boy, and he was figuring how is he going to make a living for them. He stayed locked into this, and look where he is now, on top of the world, arguably the baddest man on the planet. So, and I just think you haven't seen him come close to loss besides that one freak incident. It was just his own body failing on him. And I don't think that. I think he's more in shape, more conditioned, ready, rehab properly. I think I go to say that it might be crazy that he might finish Cyril Gane faster than John Jones, but I wouldn't put it past Tom Aspinall. He's proven everyone wrong.
I need a best bet for UFC 321. What is your best bet for this weekend?
Best bet, man.
I'll give you mine so you could think about.
Go ahead,
real quick. Yeah. I'm gonna take Mackenzie Dern here. I just think she's the better striker. I think she's the better grappler, and I just think every way that Jandiroba wants to take this fight, I think Dern can handle anything that Kakara Jandiroba throws at her, and I think she's far more powerful on the feet, and I think she has that pressure that is going to haunt Jandiroba as well. So I'm going to take Mackenzie Dern. I think she's my favorite player for 321.
Yeah, I got mine for you. As much as I would say, Tommy, you're getting plus 165 for that round 1 specific prop bet. I'll go with Volkov getting plus 175 on the money line. I think that's great value, and he very well could be next in line for that title shot if he wins.
I love it. We're going fucking some plus money here with best bets. I fucking love it, kid. Yeah. All right, let's go over to Western Europe. We will go to the O2 Arena where Fabio Worley takes on Joseph Parker. Big Goose trying to punch his ticket in. I mean, if he doesn't get the title fight after this, what are we doing at this point? I mean,
right.
Minus 350 for Joseph Parker, plus 300 for Fabio Worley. Kid, you have a pick on this fight?
And that's why. Because the commissions, the promotions, all the people behind the scenes knew that Joseph Parker doesn't deserve the big one. That doesn't deserve Usyk, because Fabio Worley was the fight to take. And Fabio Worley is the guy who's going to shock everybody and beat Big Goose Joseph Parker. I'm taking the plus 300 in Fabio Worley. He's young. He's hungry. Sizes match up, reach. We've seen Joseph Parker lose before. I'm on this theme this weekend as guys, you know, I know 2025 undefeated fighters hasn't bowled so well, but it's proved me wrong. And I haven't seen Fabio Worley lose. I know he had that one controversial no contest, but that was him getting disqualified. So I still haven't seen Wardley really come close to those losses. I know the was it the Frazier Clark couples? That was what that incident occurred, but he got him right out of there in that fight when he had the rematch. So Joseph Parker, I like Big Goose a lot, and he's a great fighter, but I feel like he was trying to avoid this type of fight. He wanted to get his payday. He wanted to get his big legacy fight, and they did not get it to him. They did not grant it to him. Yes, granted, he's going to get the shot at the WBO and the WA interim belts, but that's not what he was going for. And I feel like that could play a part in, like I talked about, fighter psyche. So, yes, very confident both fighters are. Looked at the press conference, and they seem ready, but I'm willing to take a jab at the plus 300 in Fabio Wardley. I think this is a little closer than it's indicated on the odds.
Interestingly, Joseph Parker has lost only to British fighters since making his debut in 2012. You know, he was beaten in the scorecards in the world title, WBO world title.
Knocked him out, right?
Anthony Joshua in 2018, and then he by Dillian White, and then he also knocked him out. Joyce, in round 11 in 2012. So only by Brits, which is concerning. But I just think Joseph Parker ducked between the ropes. You know, he's so good. He has stopped 24 of his victims inside the distance. Only lost by one time by KO TKO, which you just mentioned.
He got caught.
He got caught, and I just think. I think the way Fabio Wardley is going to win is through his power, and he has speed. I mean, the way he punches is extremely fast. But let's remember, Joseph Parker stood up against power, the bronze bomber, and Big Bang in his recent fight. So let's not say like he didn't fight
Marvin Bacoli. He made Marvin Bacoli look like he don't belong.
So I'm going with Joseph Parker. That's one of my favorite fighters. Obviously it's way too juiced, but if you take him in rounds 6 through 11, I think you get some really good prices. I'm going to take Joseph Parker here.
I like that. Yeah, the 2 finishes in his last 4 fights, like you said, making Bacoli back.
I think the Wi-Fi is down for Joe right now. Don't know what that's going on, but yeah. Oh, Joe, we got you.
Yeah.
All right, cool. But yeah, other than that, kid, I got some news for you before we get to UFC, BKFC Italy. MSG November 15th, UFC 322. Chepe Mariscal will take on your boy Pat Sabatini. You like that fight?
Yeah, I feel like Pat Sabatini could win that. Actually,
I do too.
You know, Chet Mariscal's got a couple wins that you're like, how the hell did he win that fight? So he's a good fighter, but you know what Pat Sabatini's going to want to do? He's going to want to take you down and choke you off. Yeah. So I think that's a way to win for any of Pat Sabatini's fights.
We also got the Tarantula. He is back.
Out of retirement.
Jalen Turner will take on future Hall of Famer Edson Barbosa. UFC 323, December 6th. In Las Vegas. Great fight, I think.
Yeah, I like that. Interesting Edson Barbosa takes that though, right? Don't you think? But I wanna like fade. I want to fade Jalen Turner a little bit for like leaving the sport in the prime of his career. Then Edson Barbosa getting a win in a twilight of his, I think that would be just comedy gold. So, yeah, I would probably want to back Edson Barbosa. Is there any line yet? I bet you coming out of retirement, I bet you they're going to favor Jalen Turner in that one. I bet you.
No point just yet, kid. And then I mentioned it at the top of the show. The PFL has released Larissa Pachenko.
Wow.
She went 0-2 in the UFC before moving to PFL, where then she went on to win the featherweight title tournament twice. She has wins against Kayla Harrison as well. She has not fought since October 2024. She lost to Chris Cyborg. My question to you is obviously the main one. Should the UFC sign her?
Yeah, the UFC has a chance to do the funniest thing ever and just get her signed and give her a title shot. Yeah. But that's not really in their business model either, signing these athletes and giving them and granting them those shots. She gets signed to the UFC. She may have to have one big fight before getting it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think they should sign her, though. I mean, it would add a lot of confusion.
One's not in the market of signing her, right? The only other place that she could possibly go that could pay her relatively good is probably like LFA, right? And that's a
BKFC.
You think she'll go to BKFC?
Fuck yeah.
They can pay her money.
Uh-huh.
It's not built. Not everyone's built for BKFC.
Nope. But
she might be.
Our paisans in Italy for BKFC 83, baby. In
right.
Italy, in Rome, right?
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah, at the Coliseum.
Yeah, I was
Gladiators.
That would be amazing. I was talking to some people while I was at 82 in Newark, and some of the guys who were covering it were going. I was like, oh, that's fucking amazing.
Sick,
so what do you got, kid, for us?
Yeah, we got to back our boy Chris Camozzi in that one. Alessio Sakara, absolute legend, but, mind you, he's a lot older in his career. Chris Camozzi, I think he has the knockout power still. He has the absolute durability, the chin of Italian marble stone. You know what I'm saying? Like Chris Camozzi, we want to get him on the show. Minus 280. I'm willing to lay the chalk for him. I think he gets it done. I love Alessio Sakara, like we said, legend, Italian legend of mixed martial arts, but you can't get past a surgeon, Chris Camozzi, who took life and death with Juggernaut Hunt.
100%. So, kid, good luck. Enjoy the fights. Hey, happy fucking birthday, kid. All right. Hope you have a great day. Good luck on all your bets, and we will see you guys next week. Peace.